So I wanted to make a quick video about Dinesh D'Souza. In case you guys don't know, Dinesh D'Souza is a hack, a conservative commentator, a film director, and just the worst. Massive hypocrite as well, as you will be able to see by what specifically I'm going to make this video about, which is about his hypocrisy when it comes to Charlottesville in 2017 versus Trump's recent comments on immigration. So essentially what happened was, in the direct aftermath of the Charlottesville attacks, Dinesh D'Souza went on Fox News to talk, to give his usual meaningless propaganda and ramblings and fallacious nonsense that was basically just saying, oh, it's actually the left's fault that these whole attacks happen. It's not the right, even though the right was the one that literally murdered people. In that specific case, this does not mean I am suggesting that all right-wingers are murderers, but in that case, the right-wingers were the murderers as opposed to the left-wing protesters, which were peacefully protesting the actions of the KKK members and neo-Nazis. But that's not the point of this video. That's just typical Dinesh D'Souza bullshit. The real problem here is that on his appearance on Fox News, he said this.
Trump has never said, not even implied, that he wants to see legal immigration be more white. He wants to see more people, for example, come from England and Australia and fewer people come, so let's say, for example, from India. Trump has never said that.
So it's pretty obvious what D'Souza is trying to do here. He's trying to say, oh, Trump isn't a racist. He just hates illegal immigrants. If he really was racist, he'd specifically talk about the demographics of the countries and that he would want more white immigrants to come legally than people of color to come in legally. But this was completely undercut by a series of infamous comments that Trump made not even a year later, where he said, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? And further went on to cite that he really hated the influx of Haitian immigrants that were coming into the country and that he wanted more from Norway instead. So this should have already debunked Dinesh D'Souza's claims from before, even though obviously Dinesh D'Souza couldn't have known in August of 2017 that Trump would say something like this in January 2018. And yes, what Trump said, or at least is alleged to have been said, which Trump kind of did confirm in January of 2018 about immigration, Dinesh D'Souza obviously didn't know he was going to say that, but he actually went on to defend these comments. Dinesh D'Souza said in a specific tweet, a concept explained, countries so messed up that most of their citizens are trying to run away officially qualify as shitholes. And he's not technically wrong there. Like, some of the countries that Trump was talking about are in pretty bad states right now. But the problem with Trump's statement there is that he was disparaging the people that were coming in from that country and not the countries themselves. Dinesh D'Souza failed to realize that because obviously, since his only political position that holds any merit, the only reason he even has a career at all is to own the libs, he never addressed the context of Trump's statement and instead chose to justify Trump's comment under the impression that the only problem people had with Trump's statements was his usage of profanity. Obviously, the one where he said, why do we have too many from Haiti? Why aren't we having enough from Norway? Dinesh D'Souza never talked about that. He was silent about it. He was only vocal about the shithole part, which I do agree got blown completely out of proportion too, because even though it's a supremely inappropriate way to talk, people that pretend to care about the damage that Trump is doing to this country said that the problem was his usage of the word shithole. instead of the context of the statement where he said that we should have more immigrants from predominantly white countries than from predominantly black countries, which is exactly what Dinesh D'Souza said Trump didn't say 5 months before. And it's like a similar thing to when Trump said, grab him by the pussy, you can do anything, I don't even wait, which is probably his most infamous comment to this day. People that pretended to care about Trump insisted that the problem with that comment was his usage of the term pussy, but the real problem was that he was specifically implying a lack of consent, and that he was essentially saying that he could do anything because he was famous. He could just touch and grab women without their consent. But that's just another diversion. Dinesh D'Souza also had another tweet where he was talking about how India was once a shithole, but it all changed for the better when socialism got destroyed in that country. So basically, Dinesh D'Souza is a complete propagandist. He does not know what he's talking about. He doesn't recognize what Trump is saying at all. He only comments on anything just so he can own the libs. Everything that Dinesh D'Souza does, along with a lot of these other garbage right-wing commentators, they just do it to own the libs. They fail to actually examine what's going on with these certain things. So yeah, Dinesh D'Souza, he is a massive hypocrite. And I really hope that people realize this.